Hi, so this is episode 4 of the Hollanders. Thank you so much for joining us. So last week we had on our dear friend Taylor de Guzman, the one and only. And so we have another guest on with us this week. She is Allison Viana.
Hey guys, I'm Allie.
Yeah.
Allison.
So Allie's one of our dear friends. We've known Allie for a long time. It's been a while. So to give some people some context, some much needed context, we met during Kids Theater Network.
It was The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. I remember meeting you. I didn't know at the time you were Jenna's sister. You were just like in the booth, hanging out, doing whatever. Tyler introduced us. But yeah, and then, because I don't remember us ever becoming friends though until like Millie.
I think that makes sense. Because it was like the last day of The Little Mermaid when I actually like left the booth and like talked to people. So like, I was like, oh, people.
There's
good.
one picture that you're in of like a few people in the cast and then you're just there.
I'm just
like,
in the background like, hey. Yeah.
But yeah, so then we met on some other productions. Allie and I became really good friends.
Well, it all started because every year we go to Walt Disney World. I feel like we should talk about this.
Oh, yes, I think we should.
And it was like the year that I became friends with you guys, my dad decided to do like a Facebook challenge. It was like the Viana Walt Disney World Challenge. I think that's the name of it, right?
It is,
I don't even know. And he'd like post pictures from around the park. And for some reason, Kaden just like really got into it.
A lot.
Like
religiously.
Yeah, so that's how we started talking.
With no context or whatever, I just needed something to do that week.
Because I like didn't really know him, but he was like texting me for answers, and I was like, bro, he's like competing against my like grandpa, so I'm not gonna like sell him out. I was like, you have to do this yourself. And then he got super competitive and like lost.
It was really bad. We had a comeback though because I didn't start at the beginning of the challenge. I was not told when the challenge was starting. I just kind of got into it midway through.
Right.
So this man named Henry Peterson had a massive lead on me, and it was terrible.
I think we could call him out because he's definitely not listening to this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He has such better things to do with his life.
If he's listening, like honestly, go him though.
Yeah. Oh, Henry. Having Henry Peterson on the podcast would be a goal.
That wouldn't happen.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. I wonder what he's up to.
That wouldn't happen. I'm sure he's thriving.
Yeah. I remember last summer we were gonna compete as a team in the Walt Disney World Challenge.
And then he was like a summer camp.
And then he ditched me at his summer camp
because he has no Wi-Fi. Yeah.
But yeah, we had plans on waffles, Henry Peterson and I did.
Yeah.
But no.
No dice scroll, man.
But yeah, anyway, so Allie's been a good friend of ours for a while since then. She's worked on a lot of our films.
Yes.
She
Sadly.
very recently she very recently spent 2 weeks of her life trudging through Tech Week when she should have been
Head of sound.
Yeah, head of audio, sound. Yeah.
So like if you're like, wow, this audio is really good.
It's Allie.
It's the setup that we have going on here was all me, might I add you.
Yeah. She's like, let's test the audio, and we were like, well, mind blown.
Yeah.
Sound,
speed. But yeah, so Allie today, she wanted to come on and chat with us a bit about high school.
Because I feel like it's a very, like, we're all in high school now, you know. Emma's going into her sophomore year. I'm a senior. Caden's retired. So, I thought, you know, Caden can act like he's all wise about it at this point. And then we could kind of laugh about how it's not really how it is. And, yeah, I think it'd be kind of silly. All
right, yeah. So, so I put out just some questions about high school and about Allie specifically. So we're going to get some answers to these questions, and we'll sort of see where the conversation takes us. So the first question comes from Blake Parker, the one and only. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Blake!
Yeah.
Love you.
You're finally a dancing queen. Oh my
god. So Blake Parker asks, is Blake Parker better blonde or brunette?
I haven't seen brunette.
I think I might have a picture, honestly.
Okay,
So for context for everyone, Blake Parker is a notorious blonde. He's a friend of ours.
Who allegedly went brunette.
He dyed his hair brunette.
Which I haven't seen.
I don't have a picture of it.
I thought he sent it to us, but I don't know where.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to find it.
It was on our group chat.
But he didn't. I tried to look for it, and I couldn't find it.
I feel like he would.
It's right here.
Look,
it's the first.
Oh!
That's it.
Oh, wait, he doesn't actually look that bad. Oh, my, that's weird, though.
It's kind of red. Like, when you see it in person, he has, like, red hair.
That's kind of interesting.
But it's like weird. He looks very Boy Next Door-ish.
Yeah, I kind of like the blonde a little better, but he doesn't.
We'll get used to it. But the blonde was very him.
Yeah.
He said he didn't feel like a blonde, but like
he's a blonde.
Like, that was him. Like,
it was Blake. Yeah.
It was like Blake blonde, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So it's definitely an interesting contrast with brunette.
I don't know if that answered it. But
Blake Parker. Actually, this is his 2 of 3 questions
that
he asked. He asked, "What is wrong with Caden's outfit right this second?"
Okay, just to tell you guys, he's wearing navy shorts and a black California shirt. Honestly, one of the better looks that Caden's had. 100%.
I don't yes, agree with that.
But you can't wear navy with black.
Also, the shorts are kind of like not well fitting. Like they kind of look like baggy. Like if you from far away, it could look like he was wearing like a skirt. Like it's just get like better fit because I know you have them. So like if they don't fit you, like it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So I just think those are those your tennis shorts from the team?
Well, we're not playing tennis right now.
Exactly. You need to be wearing them. You do this thing where you like to wear your tennis. You have it in tan too, and those are even worse. Those are awful. From tennis team days.
That with a blue shirt though really looks good.
No, it doesn't because you really look like you look like one of the cathedral girls, like wearing with one of those khaki skirts.
Whoa. We can't wear skirts anymore. So
wait, I heard about that. Can you actually like?
Should I talk about it?
Yeah, yes. Please do. Spill the
story time. Okay, so I was in my English class, right? And like, we all have iPads because
private school things.
Yeah. So everyone was like texting on my group chat and was like, "Oh my gosh, like." My teacher just showed us an email, we're not allowed to wear skirts next year. And I was like, that is so whack, Because it was like senior prank season. Right. So I was like, it's probably just this huge prank, Mm-hmm. And then they're like, no, the email comes from Mr. Wallace. And I was like, okay, like, sure. And all the teachers got it, apparently. And like, my teacher started talking to us about it. And I was like, okay, wait, like, maybe this is like legit. And then I go home and check my school email for some whack reason on a Friday afternoon. And then we get the email saying that we can't wear skirts and we have to wear capris, pants,
what's a capri?
Or Bermuda shorts. What are capris? They're like
I see.
Mid shin. Like that's disgusting.
Are they're pants though?
And they're like khaki.
They're khaki. They have to be khaki, black, or blue.
Ooh.
But they can't be jeans. Like who the heck has blue pants that aren't
so
jeans?
Weird.
Well, I guess you're wearing something like that. Yeah, so
do you want to take these for next year, Allie?
I'm okay.
Wasn't it like a protest?
Yeah, okay, so then that was on Friday, so then following Monday, Tuesday, there were like people standing out front of the school, like this is sexist, like Jesus wore skirts. It's like, okay, like
wait, actually?
Yeah, and like I admit, like, I was kind of triggered about it for a little bit because it's like, you're kidding. Like, I'm a senior. Like, I was so close, But then it just got to the point when I was like, this is the dumbest thing. Like, we made national television. Like, the Today Show came to our school.
Wait, actually?
Actually, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So, it was kind of getting to the point when it was, like, almost embarrassing because, like, all the media was, like, originally like, oh, like, go these kids, like, they're speaking their mind. Then it got to a point when it was, like, everyone was realizing how ridiculous this was.
Right.
Yeah. So then it was like, like, this is my school, But, like, hey. Whatever, fight for what you want. I wasn't out there protesting because
it's a skirt.
It's a skirt. Like,
but like, why did they ban them?
It's because, okay, so everyone does wear their skirts really short, and like, that's like, it's a private school thing. Like, everyone does. The rule's 3 inches above the knee, but like, how the heck do you know what that is? Like, you're not getting dressed in the morning like, is that 3 inches?
Attach you a tape measure onto your
leg. No, honestly, that probably would be what would happen if they kept skirts. So, and then with, like, teachers wouldn't call students out when their skirts are too short, especially the male teachers, because it's like,
really rude,
it's like, your skirt's too short, and then there's the whole, like, why are you looking? Like, that whole thing. Right. So it, like, makes sense, because, like, we lost the privilege, technically. It's still annoying, though, because it's like, come on. Yeah, like, Bermuda shorts. That's like, when it's, like, 100 degrees outside, I'm wearing pants. Like, no. We'll see, though.
That makes sense. All right. Yeah. Third question from Blake. Do you approve of Nolan's music taste? Yeah. She does.
I made a playlist yesterday that has some of his songs on it, so actually,
All right. So for context.
I'm glad he asked.
So for context, Nolan is your man's? Can I say that?
Ew, why did you say it like that? That's terrible. Yes. Man's? Ew.
He's your little,
I'm sure Nolan's gonna come up at some point later in this thing as well.
I mean, I know he is, so...
Yeah. But yeah, so glad to hear he has good music taste.
I mean, I think he likes country music, which is kind of...
Oh, that's an L.
I tend to agree with you there, but I'm getting used to it.
No. I think that's bad.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Isn't he from, like, Washington? Like, shouldn't he like...
He says he's redneck, though.
Kaden was drinking his ice, and he just, like, almost, like, choked.
Nolan and I were doing so well. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, so then, next question from Emma Carangiella. a fave. I'm gonna see her tonight for like the first time in forever.
I've never met her.
You've never met Karen Giella?
No. Well, we went and did Rush Cycle this morning, so I saw her a few hours ago.
Was it in the dark?
Yes.
What's Rush Cycle?
It's like Soul Cycle.
Okay, but like...
What's Soul Cycle?
It's like a spin class.
It's
like biking.
Oh, Jesus.
But like, okay, so I don't understand that. Because, like, I heard that Soul Cycle is in the dark. Like...
They turn off the lights at times. It's like,
But, like,
black light. Light.
Oh.
So it's, like, dark, but then, like, I was wearing all white, sadly, and I was just glowing. So, like, that was kind of fun.
But, like, you can see, like, your bike, right?
Well, you're spinning on
I
it.
feel
You don't
like
need to see it. You're just gonna go.
like, fall off. And,
well,
like,
your shoes get clicked in.
Oh,
Which is scary because, like, I don't know if I trust those things. When they tell you to, like, jump around, it's like, if I slip, like, we're dead. Like, I'm gonna be the first to die at, like,
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
I didn't know you took spinning.
Well, it's an annual thing, I guess, because I did it, like, one time last summer, and now I did it one time this summer. So I'll probably hit it up next summer again once, and then...
Solid.
Yeah. I'd like to keep it up, though. It's kind of fun.
Karen Giella. When was the last time I saw Karen Giella?
Probably at a show.
Yeah, it must have been.
Probably at 42nd.
Yeah, 42nd Street.
It must have been, because I never see her outside of it. I ran into her at Target that one time, but that was...
But then you were too nervous to talk to her.
Well, that was before, Karen Giella and I were tight, It's weird because...
Just because she DM'd you a question does not mean you guys are tight.
No, but we've met before. Like, no, wait, she was at the horror movie thing, right?
The horror movie?
Remember when we all watched horror movies and Remy was there?
Yeah.
Karen Giella was there, right?
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
That was like the first time I actually talked to
Yeah, we watched
Karen
Truth
Giella.
or Dare.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. High key, though, that movie, people trash on it. I think it's actually kind of fun.
I mean, the concept's fun.
It's fun. Like,
it's just kind of wacky.
It's bad, but it's bad in, like, an amazing way. Sort of.
I guess, yeah.
I liked it. I remember thinking, like, this is, like, the best movie to watch with people.
You were so scared, though.
Truth or Dare? Probably. The guy cut his tongue out.
What's that?
Yeah, probably. All right. Anyway, her question.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Rainy Rodriguez?
Oh, I love... Do you guys know who Rainy Rodriguez is?
Of course.
I don't.
Trish from Austin and Ally.
Yeah. He's uncultured.
That's very sad. Well, you see, when Emma and I went to Utah over winter break, we had almost like a... I don't know how to describe it, but it was just like we rediscovered Rainy Rodriguez, and it was just magical, like hearing her like "Living Your Dream" song. Wow, like that is like I've never wanted to have a quinceañera so bad. After listening to that. Just with how she makes it out to sound, dude.
She's an icon.
Does she make quinceañeras sound nice?
Okay.
And she makes them sound amazing.
Magical.
We'll have to... we can't play it because you post this on YouTube, so Rainy will take this video down. But afterwards...
Rainy will come for us.
Yeah, we do not want Rainy here. I'll have to introduce you to Rainy Rodriguez.
All right. Next question comes from Nolan.
Yes.
The man's. Nolan wanted to ask you how your knee's doing from falling in the middle of the quad.
Oh, that's a good question, Nolan. Well, this is a funny story. Do you know this story?
It was on your...
we talked about this at the 48-hour thing, too.
Yes,
well,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
So, for the people who don't know, it was the second day of school this year, my junior year. I'm one of the top dogs on campus, easily. So it's lunchtime, and I just get out of my ASL class, which is American Sign Language, in case you're confused.
Thank you for clarifying.
Abominable snowman language, I don't know. But anyways, that is ASL. Okay, we're good. Just making sure. Anyways, anyways, so I decide to go to lunch, obviously. And at Cathedral, you have to, get a lunch table, everyone goes hard to get these lunch tables.
It's, hardcore.
It's hardcore, because there's, the student-to-table ratio is not good at all.
Same way at my school. At the beginning of the year, the freshmen always come for your spot, and you have to fight for it.
Yeah, and it's get out. So I'm with one of my friends, and we're, kind of booking it across campus, So I'm, following behind her. There's a huge crowd of people, swarming in from all the buildings, because I was at the farthest building away. Course. So I'm all right, let's boogie over there. So I'm starting to pick up pace, and then she just goes, and I'm all right, we're going, and I was you know, whatever, I'll run with you. So I'm like kind of trailing a little bit farther behind her, and then I, for some reason, grab her bag, which was just like, I don't know what I was supposed to be doing. Like, why was I grabbing her? Because she was like, let's go. I felt like I was like running for like a marathon or something, but I was like, all right, we're going, you know? And then we're like smack dab in the middle of the quad, like there's people everywhere. I'm holding onto her backpack. She's like a track star, so she's going faster than I am, and I just fall. And I just hit my knee, and oh my gosh. But I don't even remember like hitting the ground. It was more just like one motion of me like hitting the ground, and then I get back up and keep running, you know? Like everyone around was like, ooh. And I was like, don't worry about it, you know? Like, whatever. So then I get to the lunch table, and then I sit down, like, we already had a table too, so there was no reason for me to be running. Like, people were already sitting there, so I was like, well, this is whack, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. And then I was, you know, we were sitting there starting to eat lunch, and then honestly it might have been Nolan who looks at my knee and is like, oh, you might want to get that checked out, because graphic warning, there's just like, it was bleeding a lot.
Right.
And then I was like, no, it's fine. And then it like almost hits my sock. And then I was like, okay, we need to go. So then I go to the
it almost hits the sock.
You know, but like once it gets close to the sock, that's when you just bail out. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to the nurse. So I go to the nurse, and she was like, are you sure you like just fell in the quad? And then she was like mentioning I might need stitches and stuff. And I was like, there is no way I'm going to get stitches because I fell in the quad at Cathedral. So then it was just like a hard time, you know. I wore like a ace bandage around it, which like looking back is like so dumb.
I remember the 48-hour pictures of like
yeah, my knee just like yeah. Well, that's the story of it. It's doing well. Thanks for asking, though. It's kind of still a scar, but you know.
Oh well, that's fine. How long did it take before you could stop wearing bandages on it?
Well, when was the 48-hour thing? Because I feel like
that was early August.
The festival was early August. The thing was end of August. Like the
so screening. It was probably like around the screening when I stopped wearing it. And then I was like, I'm just going to wear a Band-Aid. Because it was like huge. So like if you wear like one of those really cringy like knee Band-Aids, it's like, what the heck? I just told people it was a sports injury. And then when they ask what from, I'll be like, sports.
Alrighty. Next question from Cam Nash, the fave, one and only. What was Allie's favorite class this year, and why was it so fun, funky, feisty, and fresh?
Oh, Campus Min with Cam Nash was my favorite class.
Campus Min?
Campus Ministry.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean?
Right. Well, it's like you are in charge for like a month of all the like liturgy services on campus. So you have to get to school early to do like morning mass, and you have to be in charge of the all school masses. And
that sounds lovely.
Yeah. Well, it's like literally a study hall, and then there's like one time when you have to like learn how to like do stuff at mass.
Right.
And like it was so easy. I got like 100 in that class, I think. So.
Wow.
And I sat next to Cam Nash the whole time. Shout out to Cam. So we were kind of homies.
What a bop! What a bop of a man.
Yeah. What a bop of a man.
What a bop of a man. Love Cam Nash.
Such a bop of a man.
I've never met Cam Nash.
Yes, you have. Oh no, you haven't.
Love Cam Nash. Yeah.
You didn't go to.
I've met everyone else other than Cam Nash.
Like. No, you haven't.
Have you met Nolan?
I've met Nolan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've only met like 3 of my friends.
No, I met
everyone else.
I met Chrissy. I met Emma. I met Remy. Who else is there?
Do you have any other friends?
Oh, there's the whole girl like Chris and like.
That's a guy.
Yeah. Can guys and girls not be friends? All right, Allie.
No, you said that girl Chris.
Oh, I said the girl Chris. What?
This is painful. Yeah, move on. Next question.
All right, this question comes from Casey Kelly.
No idea.
Oh my God.
Hi,
Casey. He goes to your church.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, what church? Does he know that? Is that
what?
What? Doesn't know what? Aren't they like in the same youth group? Didn't you?
That
say
was
that?
Finley.
Yeah, that's Finley, not
Casey Kelly. No, Casey Kelly is a.
But Casey Kelly goes to Finley's church.
Then he goes to your church.
Okay.
But this is an interesting man. He's a freshman. I met him in DNN this year. He's kind of a crazy cat. Whoa. Anyway, he wanted to ask what the funniest high school memory was. Ooh. We can go around on this one. I don't even know what mine is.
Yeah, I know. Oh no.
I'm gonna have to edit out this silence. Funniest high school memory?
Funniest of all time.
Funniest?
All time?
Well, there's...
my whole 1 year! Oh, that changes it completely.
Okay, wait a minute.
I feel like all my best memories are outside of high school.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I feel like I don't have any, like, on campus.
Wait.
Right.
like, falling in the quad was kind of funny, but I'm not going to reuse the story. So I have to come up with another one.
Yeah.
I don't...
Because I feel like all my funny stories would be, like, with Magnus or, like, Tech Week or one of the crazy films or the 48-hour film festival or something. They're not school-related.
48-hour film festival is definitely my least favorite memories. Like, easily. Dude, why don't I have, like,
I know.
any?
Why did I live?
This is never in high school ever?
Wow.
Wait, no, I wanted because
no,
give me a second.
No, easily my funniest moment in high school was falling in the quad, but
Right.
I can't talk about that again. You know, Nolan, you weren't supposed to ask that question.
Wait,
Damn it, Nolan.
Now you just screwed over Casey because I'm not gonna have a fun original answer for him.
Funny.
We'll come back to this question.
All
Yeah,
right.
can I just think for a
We
minute?
will be back.
Yeah.
All right, next question comes from Ashley Reed.
Yes.
Quite the
Hi,
homie, quite the
Ashley.
fave. She wanted to ask when strawberries and cream will be done.
Okay, so
For-
I honestly didn't want to talk about this because I feel like it'd be really weird, but I'll talk about it.
Okay.
So, as
Exclusive content.
yeah, this is insider. So, as like as Kate and Blake and I's friendship grew, we quickly realized that we have a lot of really wacky moments together because we're just really weird people. So, Blake and I thought it would be fun to write a fan fiction about all of us living in an apartment later in life when we're like, 25-ish. It's kind of like Friends, but like
Not.
not because it's original. Yeah, and then it's kind of like all the people that we've ever like known like over the course of
They
all
live
of our
in the
years.
apartment
They
with
live
you,
in the
right?
apartment with us. So like Ashley, like you're in it. That's kind of weird to talk about, but you're in it.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in it. Everyone from KTN's kind of in it for a little bit. So we're planning on giving it to Caden when he once he leaves us for USC. Did you know he's going to USC for film school? Does he talk about it enough? Yeah, so he's going to USC for film.
So, wow, you're actually going to have it done by then?
That's the plan. Blake and I have been seriously grinding it out recently.
Wow.
We've done, like, over the past 2 days, we've probably worked on it for, like, collective, like, 6 hours.
That's so impressive.
Yeah,
Because for 6 months it was
kind of
Good.
dormant for a while, but it was honestly a nice time to, like, get experiences in, because now we were able to really,
Right.
like, outline it really well. Like, last time we outlined all of it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
This is so exciting.
It's gonna be, if we, like, finish it in time and we write everything down that we want to write down, you're in for a treat.
This will be fun. All right, so that's...
Maybe that could be, like, episode 20 of this podcast, is we, like, read it aloud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like,
Right before I leave. We'll have to
We
do
get
it.
everyone together. Everyone in it. All in this
And
room.
do a huge reading.
Huge reading.
Allie, bet.
Bet.
That would be so fun.
I bet. You won't do that.
That would be so fun. All right, so that's your answer on that. Haven Hunt, who's a family friend of me and Emma's, she wanted to ask, is Mean Girls an accurate representation of high school?
Oh, definitely not.
Not at all.
Well, okay.
Keep in mind, this girl is homeschooled, so she doesn't
Oh, okay.
have any...
Well, there are some parts of it. I haven't watched Mean Girls in probably, like, 2 years. But I feel like it's not at all.
Well, because, like, there's Regina George with, like, the burn book, and they throw the papers
Okay, yeah, the
everywhere.
burn book thing, like, that never happens.
Never,
like,
never,
never
never,
happens.
never, ever.
No. And there's, like, not... I don't know. Like, there's not, like, there's, like, one person that, like dominates the entire grade.
no.
Like, it's, like, maybe a group or, like,
Yeah.
certain people are, like, popular, but it's not, like, one person is, like, the queen.
Right, you don't have
Like,
Regina
definitely,
George,
yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like people are, like, like, there's, like, mean stuff, but it's never to that extent that it is
Yeah.
in
There's
that
a little-
movie.
there's a
That
little-
movie's just, like...
Mean Girls is more fantastical than anything else.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of good high school movies, though, have you seen Booksmart?
No.
Booksmart is really good, Allie. It's really good.
Which one is that?
It's the one where the two girls and they...
Oh, did it, like, just come out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw it. It was
Haven't seen
so
it.
funny. It's like Superbad meets Lady Bird.
Oh.
Have you seen either of those movies?
Lady Bird.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, I showed that to you.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Whatever.
Anyway, it's really funny. Worth a watch. Anyway.
That's
Yes.
cool. That's cool.
Very cool.
Eliza Wenger
Yes.
wanted
Eliza.
to ask, our fave, she's going to be at the premiere tonight.
Yes.
She wanted to ask, how was prom?
Prom was really fun. Our prom was at SeaWorld. I went with Nolan. And we're talking about him so much. He's gonna be so awkward. I went with Nolan, and we instead of like actually dancing at prom, they had open Electric Eel, the roller coaster. So we went on that. Like I went on it 7 times. You went on it 8 times. We just did that like the whole time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and then we left.
Because there was no line too, obviously, right?
Well, like the first couple times there was a line because like everyone was going, but then people went back to dance, and then it was like, let's just keep going on it. Because the DJ was so bad. I don't know what Del Norte dances are like, but our DJs
are usually bad.
He was playing like the whole song, and it's like,
oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
See, at grad night, our DJ, I started off playing poker because there was a poker table, but it was right next to the dance floor.
Yeah.
And like this DJ was going off, and I was jamming like the whole time I was playing poker. And as soon as I didn't win a single hand of poker. It was the worst poker night of my life.
Oh, wow.
And so
Relatable.
I go all in, I lose. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. So I go up to dance, and the DJ just like dropped the ball as soon as I get up from my freaking poker table. Oh. And just like, I mean, he was going like Bruno Mars, Ariana Grande. He was going
Bruno Mars.
You know, before I get up there, and then suddenly it's just like
those are some serious bangers. Let me tell you.
Well, yeah, Mars. You know, because like
when I was your man, it's like
then
go crazy.
But then he just like starts going with like, you know that DJs do this sometimes with like Spanish EDM music that you don't understand, like La Loca, hey, and it's just
I
like.
I remember I went to a quinceañera, and like it was just like that. It's just like really aggressive EDM music, but it's in Spanish, so like no one knows what's going on. I mean, I guess it's at a quinceañera, so I guess you know.
So like,
but like it was like
all the Hispanic people
hard.
there were like, yeah, let's get it, and then I was just kind of like,
it's like what is happening?
But yeah. So I homecoming sophomore year we had a really good DJ.
Yeah, I think it was literally like the freshman dance. We had a good DJ. Yeah. And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. Then they just like were like, well, he was fun, but let's never bring him back. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I remember he played like at prom. They played like Fireball by Pitbull.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
No, but you see, it's like once like the song kind of builds, I guess, and then it's like once the bass drops, it's like a totally different song, and it's like way like a.
Like the.
I don't even know, but it was just so bad. That's like the only song that I really heard. Because like we went to the dance floor for like maybe 5 minutes and then we're like, okay, well that was fun. But
yeah, I got you. Alrighty. Next up is from Leo Liang, an interesting man. And he wanted to ask, he didn't ask a question, he just put relationships.
Okay. Well, I mean...
So this is a big part of high school, obviously.
This is also a big part of Kaden and I's friendship, might I add. Because I feel like this year especially, we really bonded.
Allie and I really bonded over relationships.
We really bonded. I don't know how much we should go into it, though.
Well, we can use drink names to get into everyone.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use, like, alcoholic drink names for, like, people.
Okay. I don't know where to start. I mean...
So
I'd say relationships don't really start until, like, junior year.
Or at least serious
ones, yeah. Because I'd say, like, freshman, sophomore year, like, not too many of my friends were, like, dating anyone. But then, like, this year, I feel like more have started to happen.
That's true. Sure. It starts to happen a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, Allie, in terms of your love life, obviously you're contented and, you know, you are taken, you know, you're off the market.
Yes.
You know, before you were off the market. You know, what was that like for you? Did you have a crazy love life, or was it, you know, more low key?
You know, it was.
I feel like it was low key for a while, and then like the volcano just kind of burst.
Yeah, it was like right when we yeeted into 2019, just like everything went crazy. You know, like my life was pretty chill for a while. I could say I could talk about this because I doubt he's gonna watch it. In December, I went on a date with someone, and then
let's call him.
Jeez, I don't know alcohol. I don't know alcohol.
Alcohol?
Why do you guys know alcohol?
Like, they could call him like.
Hold on, I'm looking up a list of like the wackest alcohol names.
like.
We could call him like
brandy.
There's like earthquake.
Or
that's like
you make my earthquake.
Mojito.
We'll call him mojito.
That's
margarita.
Kind of... Okay, hold on.
Champagne.
Well, now I'm
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio is kind of a fine wine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that fine wine.
Yeah. Jesus. Emma, that's not funny. Emma just makes sexual references around me all the time to make me feel bad about my life.
You literally do that so much. Like,
when do I do that?
You're always like talking about your dick all the time. And I'm like,
I'm not. When do I talk about my dick?
Okay. You know what? We have a funny story that we can share here. Fun fact about Kaden Hollander is he falls asleep listening to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack, which, like, you know, that's fine. Like, we all, like, I listen to lo-fi sometimes when I'm going to sleep. I don't know.
I don't.
You don't. Okay, that's fine. But, like, Kaden listens to Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's this silly little story we could tell. I think Blake will literally shoot me, but it's fine. So, when we were filming Tech Week the other summer, Kaden was listening to Pirates of the Caribbean. We all were on lunch break.
We were jamming. I remember.
We were jamming really hard.
There's video of us dancing.
The Jack Sparrow one is your favorite, right?
Jack Sparrow thing. Well, that's the first one in the thing. It goes da da da. Dun, dun, dun. And it's the first one on the album, so every night I hear that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fall asleep a little early. Last night I didn't fall asleep for a while, so I got all the way to Tortuga. It was quite a night.
Oh my gosh.
You get Tortuga.
Yeah, that's
when
crazy, Kaden. But okay, so just like we're all having a nice lunch, probably eating Subway, and but anyways, and then Caden's like making some jokes about how he's gonna like fall asleep right now because he's listening to Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever. And then Blake comes in and just writes on this whiteboard that was on the side of the wall that Jack Sparrow. Oh yeah,
Jack Sparrow's theme makes me need new pants. Caden Hollander.
So mind you, we're at somewhere that is not ours. Like, this is not our property.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. And
we're renting out the space.
We're renting out a theater for Tech Week. Come see Tech Week tonight. Angelica, 7. Just kidding. I think we're sold out, so don't come.
Private event. Yeah, private event. There's going to be security.
Invited you? No.
You'll get turned down at the door. Anyways, so then, like, you know, we're all laughing, like, haha, that was funny, Blake. Like, good one writing that on there. And then we realized he wrote it in permanent marker. That's pretty wacky, if you tell me.
Trying to get something off of a whiteboard when it's been when it's been written in permanent marker is no easy task.
It's no easy feat, my ladies.
It was not.
We shut down the set for an hour.
Yeah.
And we were already behind because we're always behind.
We have footage of it. It's pretty funny.
You should see the bloopers tonight. Blake Parker's gonna die.
You're gonna.
How long is the bloopers today?
8 minutes long.
8? Dang it! I was hoping to be like 35.
Oh well, there's
an extended bloopers that's 35 minutes long. That's not getting shown. It's not getting shown because it's too long. But I'm gonna post it online, and that has a Ewan curse montage.
I love that.
2 minutes straight of just Ewan saying "fuck."
That's so funny.
Yeah. So anyway,
relationships.
But back to relationships. So, what did you find a drink name for your man's? Not your man's.
Not your man's. We already
Nolan, I guess. Yeah.
Nolan's the man.
Okay, but anyways, I went on this date with this guy in December. He doesn't even need a name. He's,
irrelevant,
insignificant.
We're good friends now, though, so it's totally fine. But like, we went on a date. We went mini golfing, and then like we kind of just didn't nothing happened after that. You know, we both were like, it was fun, but like whatever. You know,
right.
And I wasn't too butthurt about it because like. It happened, you know, and like it's fine. You learn.
Yeah.
You learn,
Live and
you
learn.
know.
Live and learn.
So then in like January, there was this other guy, and we've like we're talking like a lot of high school, you know. So like we were really good friends too.
Do we want to give this guy a drink name?
I'm pretty good at just saying this guy, I feel like.
Margarita.
We're calling this dude Margarita.
Okay, so me and Margarita were talking for most of high school, you know, because we had like a class together like every year, so we were pretty good friends.
Yeah, you guys lived close to each other too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like we'd like hang out sometimes, and then like over winter break we'd like start talking. We were talking more, and then I was kind of just at a point when I was like, this is kind of whack. So like, what's going on here, buddy? You know, like what is this Margarita? And then he was like, oh, like, you know, maybe we could. Oh, Kaden is gonna quake when I say this. He was like, maybe we become mutually exclusive. And I was like, not really knowing what that meant. I was like, yeah, sure, you know. And then
you're not the only person who apparently doesn't know what that means.
Well, I know what it means. Like, I know what that means. But then within like 48 hours, this guy just texts me again and is like, hey, like, it's not gonna work out. Sorry. And I was like,
Margarita.
Yeah, I was like, bro. Like, and it wasn't even like I really like this guy a lot, you know? Like, it was just like, what? You know, like 48 hours? Like, after being friends with someone for like 2 years, you'd expect it to last a little bit longer than 48 hours.
A little bit.
But like, whatever. And then I sent him a text. Well, okay, the morning I got that text, because
this is the story.
The night before, I went and hung out with him and Nolan, actually. Oh, wait, that's...
Nolan knows everything anyway.
Yeah, that's true, okay. Yeah, because then the next morning, I got a text from Margarita and saying that, like, it's not happening anymore. Which was whack because, like, the night before was fun. So I was like, okay, like, whatever, you know?
Ugh, Margarita.
And then, like, I went to Disneyland that day. So I got that text when I was in the car with all of my friends. And I'm, like, just on my phone, and then I see him typing, and then it's on Snapchat, of course. You know, great mean of communication. So I see him typing, and then I'm like, oh, like, you know, probably just like, last night was fun. We went to a Ducks game. It was probably just like, last night was fun, like,
right,
go Ducks or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, like, what's up? So then I open it, and it's that, and I'm just like sitting in the car with all my friends, but you know, I'm like, we're not even.
You're like dying inside, but you're like, it's fine.
I was like, it's fine. So then I like close the text, and I don't think much of it. And then I'm at Disneyland.
Did you respond?
Well, yeah, I was like, okay. Like, I sent something that was like, I was acting like I was fine, but on the inside, I was like, what the heck?
I'm fine.
Like, I wasn't even sad. I was just like, that was so whack. Yeah. Like, that was so whack, you know? And then I was like, okay, whatever. So then I'm at Disneyland, and then we're, like, driving home at, like, 10, and I'm still, like, it's, like, unsettling, you know? Yeah. I was like, just tell me what was wrong, you know? So then I text him again, and then he doesn't respond, and it's, like, 11 o'clock at night, which, like, he could either go to bed really early or really late, I feel like, so I was like, okay, he's probably asleep. And then, like, the whole week of school goes past, and it was, like, the Taylor de Guzman thing. Like, I saw this kid more than I've ever seen this kid before. De Guzman? Sorry, Taylor.
De Guzman.
Sorry. Like, I saw this
I'm only gonna call her that now, but it's here to now. Be like, De Guzman!
Like, I saw this kid more than I ever have, and I was like, this is just whack. And like, I see him with his phone, and I was like, dude, open my text. Like, why have you not? And then I was hanging out with Kaden and Blake, and I had the great idea to exit out of Snapchat and log back in. And then I had a text from him from 5 days ago. So I was the person who wasn't responding to him. And I was like, bro. And then I opened it, and it was just him being like, oh, like, I think we're just better as friends. Like, communication's better. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, I was over it at that point.
Right.
And then, like, a month went past of just, like, it was the most whack month of Kaden and I's life. We'll get to that after I'm done.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know... And then it was in February when he resurfaced again. It was like, hey, like, want to try it again? And I was like, we haven't talked in, like, a month, so we're going to have to, like, talk more.
So, wait, I don't know this. Did you say, like, yeah, Margarita, let's try it again? Or was this
No, I was like, well, Margarita, we literally haven't talked for a month. So, like, we're going to have to start talking more, and then we'll just see what happens, you know?
Right. Take it slow.
Take it slow. Because I wasn't about to, like, that would have been so whack if I was like, yeah. Like, what? So then I was like, we'll have to, like, talk a little bit more and see if, like, anything will happen. And then we talked for, like, maybe, like, 2 days, and then that's it.
Oh.
Well, just kind of, like, stuttered off.
I know.
And then now Nolan, which is way better than that was. So, you know.
All right. So, that was that.
Caden's turn.
Yeah, oh, God. So, this was an interesting story.
Be careful.
Allie,
be careful.
I'm going to be very careful.
Be very careful.
What drink name should we give her?
Vodka.
What's it? Tequila, because, like, Mexico, tequila.
So, yeah. So, Tequila and I had met the previous summer at Comic-Con. And, like, we weren't in a relationship, but, like, we were doing fine.
You were mutually exclusive, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that. Well,
you were just yeeting through this.
Well, I'm eating through everything until we start getting to, like, our part.
But you guys aren't mutually exclusive yet. You're just talking.
Okay.
No, well, we talked for a while. A long time. Blake and Allie were there.
We thought this was the most whack thing ever.
Because this girl,
Blake, Allie, and I like all knew.
Because,
we
we didn't live near each other, so we met at Comic-Con, but we like. She was a long distance type deal.
I literally remember it across the street. I was talking to Allie, and I'm like, "This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad decision."
Yeah, no, I remember.
And she was like, "I know, like what has gone into it." And we were like gossiping.
Nothing
about
is gonna come good.
Yeah, we were like, "This is not gonna work out well." Who was right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
You could have avoided so much.
I know.
Like so much.
Yeah, I guess I could. But so anyway, so we had a nice, lovely few months, you know, and like we knew we liked each other at this point. We didn't want to get into a committed relationship because we hadn't actually seen each other since, you know, the summer. But we definitely there was some emotional intimacy, and
ew.
And we decided to become mutually exclusive, I guess. So I thought this was a major area of miscommunication, I guess. Because apparently the term mutually exclusive is not a known term. Oh no! So
what was that noise?
So that was an interesting moment in my life. So anyway, Vodka and I were doing well. And then tequila! Her name's Tequila. I'm so sorry. It's Tequila. So Tequila and I were doing strong. Allie and I were teching a play.
Annie.
So
mind you, it was Annie.
For volunteer hours. So Allie and I are casually sitting in the corner, hanging out with Tiago. Oh, we'll have to talk about Tiago.
We have to talk about that.
We have to talk about Tiago. This is a
Oh, yeah.
Tiago's an icon. But anyway,
Love of my life.
We should give him a drink name too.
Can Tiago come on here one time?
No.
Me, you, and Tiago? It would be so iconic.
Well, okay. I don't think his mom would let him. But
his mom would be in the corner of the room
Anyway, so we were just casually hanging out with Tiago, moving sets, we were doing things, listening to It's a Hard Knock Life on, repeat. And I get a text from Tequila, and she's like...
Well, hold on. You guys were just having a chill conversation.
We were actually having a chill conversation before this text. She had just come back from Mexico. She went to her uncle's wedding, and she was, waiting...
If she listens to this, you're so...
Yeah, I kind of am, but that's fine.
No F's given.
0 F's given.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, this did all actually happen, so, facts. Anyway, so, it's just a funny story. So we,
silly moment.
Yeah, so then so we're chatting, and she's like, hey, just got something to tell you, maybe it's not that serious, I need to say it. And I'm like, solid. I think this is something not serious, because she told me it wasn't serious. That was a fat lie. So basically what happened was she met this guy in Mexico who worked at the hotel, and they had a little thing, and yeah. And so we decided to become mutually exclusive about 48 hours earlier. You had made a comment to me, Allie. You're like, because of Margarita. You were like, wow, watch it last 48 hours. And I said, ha 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 ha.
Well, no. What I said was like, because before she was texting you, you told me that you guys were mutually exclusive now.
I did.
And I was like, oh, that's so fun. Like, hopefully it lasts more than 48 hours. Because this was like right around the time when my whole thing happened. So I was kind of just like...
This was quite a month for
bitter.
Caden and
I was just like kind of butthurt and like savage. So I was like, haha, we'll see if it lasts more than 48 hours. And then like...
It didn't.
Literally like an hour later she texted him. And I was like, no way.
Yeah. So that was an interesting moment. And so basically, we just decided to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
So I thought, and then she got with the other guy. But her defense was that she didn't know what mutually exclusive meant. So we cut the cord. I'm a little bit of a mess.
It's Spanish EDM music coming back in.
I'm a little bit of a mess at this point because, this all happened. And so Allie, talked me through everything.
We were listening to You Will Be Found
in the car. That slapped.
Dude, if you're not doing well, listen to You Will Be Found from Jeremy Hansen.
Yeah.
You'll cry.
Yeah. We were like driving back from Oceanside.
Getting in and out.
On the freeway. Yeah. That was a moment. So yeah, Allie was really the person that helped me through it. And I remember we went to Ralph's afterwards.
We went to Ralph's and you bought like $50 worth of food.
Because we were getting...
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we were gearing up on snacks for the week ahead of tech. And then, I just bought everything. I bought out the frickin' store.
That's so funny.
Don't you have a video of me at the cash register?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
There's a few videos of me singing Ed Sheeran as loud as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting time in our lives. But yeah, so those were experiences.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Next question.
Gil Pasternak asked, rank your years of high school from best to worst.
I only got one. So.
Junior, sophomore, freshman.
Interesting. I'd probably say sophomore was probably my best.
Really?
Sophomore or senior, one of the two. Senior was busy. Yeah, sophomore was my best, then senior, then junior, then freshman. Freshman year sucked.
Well, okay, if we're talking about, like, social life, junior was the best. But if we're talking about, like, academically, freshman year was the best.
Yeah.
I guess I would say freshman year is the best for me, because it's all I've had.
Would you like to rank middle school?
Well, yeah, so, good question. What is the most important thing you've learned about life in high school?
Who asked this
also
one?
From Gil Pasternak.
Oh, okay. It's like, come on. Most important thing.
I mean, I've only been there for a year. So I'm not going to be like, oh no, I've learned so much.
I would say don't overcommit yourself is one thing I've learned. Because that's mostly I've gotten in trouble by telling my people I do too many things and then not actually doing them.
That's a good one.
Blake Parker does that a lot.
Oh, called out. He won't listen to this. He won't get that far into it.
He will.
What have I learned? I'd say, it's such, like, cliche advice, but I feel like just, like, with people that you want to be friends with. Because, like, freshman year, there was, like, a little bit of, like, time when, like my first high school friend group was, like, kind of whack. And it was just like, well, I don't really want to, like, this isn't my group of people, you know?
Right.
So, like, honestly, I feel like the key to high school is, like, it's so awkward because, like, some of my friends will be listening to this, so it's like, oh. But, like the key is having good people because then it just makes high school, like, so much more doable.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
Like, honestly, like, all the school stuff aside, like, as long as you have, like, solid friends, then it's, like, pretty chill, you know?
That's true. And your friends, a lot of your friends have been with you since, like, middle school and forever.
No. I met most of my friends probably, like, end of freshman, sophomore year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
the only friend that I'm, like, still in constant contact with from middle school would be Remy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I feel like I've known your friends, or at least known of your friends forever.
Kid, is he still around?
He goes to CCA now.
Oh, that's
Allie looks like,
That is not for today.
All right.
That could be a 0 F's given right there.
Yeah.
We'll just go off about that.
All right. Taylor Kruger wanted to ask, peer pressure, is it from other people or is it mental?
Wow.
Kind of an interesting question.
I mean, I don't know if I'm the best to ask because I don't really get out and do crazy stuff that often.
Me neither.
But
I feel like it's from other people.
I think it's totally mental.
Yeah, I'd agree with
like,
that.
I feel like it's about your mental, like, strength. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like,
you know,
if you're very, like, a very mentally strong person, then, like, it won't matter what anyone else is, like, doing or saying, because, like, you're confident in yourself and you know what you believe and what you want to do.
Yeah, confident enough to not jump into freezing cold water at 11:30 at night.
That was so justified. There was no reason to do that.
But, like, if
there were so many reasons to do that.
I feel like if you're very, like, mentally,
Mm.
like, not, like, unstable, but, like not super strong.
There are people who aren't as strong as you.
Yeah, and I think that, like, then it comes from other people and, like, it breaks them down.
I also think it's more just, like, when you see people, it's, like, then it turns into a mental thing. Like, you see people doing something, then you're like, oh, wait, like, maybe I should be doing that.
Right. I agree.
But honestly, like, I feel like a lot of the times it's not even existent in high school.
That's
like,
true.
peer pressure is really all, like, in movies and stuff, but it's, like, never there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if you go to a party and someo's doing something not very cash money, per se, like, they're just gonna be happy that, like, you're not using their devices, per se.
Yeah, or, like, they don't really care what you do. They're just doing what they do.
Yeah, they're, like, so hungover that at this point they don't notice that you're not drinking.
And, like, even when people are like, oh, you should, like, hey, you wanna, like, try that? I feel like, no. They're like, okay.
More for me.
Yeah, like, I don't care. Like,
yeah, so that's a good point.
You're strong enough, whoever this was. You got this. Don't give in. Who is this?
Taylor Kruger. All right. So next question comes from Mia Mag. She wanted to ask some tips on choosing classes to prepare for college. I would say.
Caden, how about you take this away?
Yeah. Well, he is going to USC for film. So
that is true.
If you didn't hear it.
If you don't know that, yeah.
From his mug and his shirt and his sweatshirt and his zipper.
I know you're not wearing anything. That's USC right now, and it's kind of
crazy.
Shocking. I bought another sweater yesterday.
It's a zipper.
A sweater?
Yeah. But anyway,
a cardigan?
So I think
he needs a pullover and a zipper.
I think the
You
most
can wear them both at the same time.
I think the most important thing is if you have an interest, take classes about things that you're interested in, and only take difficult classes and things that you
you'll do good in.
Yeah, or you'll do good in or have an interest in. The biggest mistakes I've gotten into were when I took advanced level classes and things I didn't care about just to get the credit, like AP Calc is a great example. Died. But, you know. Yeah. So, that definitely...
I'd say, I don't know, what school do they go to?
Del Norte.
Oh, I don't know how it works at Del Norte, though. But, honestly, if you take AP classes and, like, pass the test, that's going to be really helpful. Like, eat out those general GE classes for college.
That's true.
Because Jenna said, my sister, if you didn't know, Jenna said that that's really helpful. So then you can focus more on classes that suit your major and your interest rather than, like, being stuck in, like, geology. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Geology. That's what she was in this year and she hated it.
All right, final question comes from Noelle Jimenez, our live stream buddy. She wanted to ask, what's the worst and best part of high school? Kind of an interesting concluding question.
Well, like, wait, do they mean, like, what's your best, okay, but, like, are we saying, like, oh, what has been your best and worst moment, or, like just,
best part.
Just
like,
overall,
I think it's more broad.
Like, okay, well, again, I've only been in freshman year, but, I mean, I think, in the 1 year I've been there, the best part has been, are we talking, like, I don't know, like, I think finding good people is very satisfying. Like, when you find good people and you know it, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like a bad part is when when you think some of those good people that you think were good turn out not to be, and then it kind of just like.
That's what I was gonna say for mine too. Yeah. It's like friends could go either way for this one. You know, like you find great friends, like high school's great. But then if your friend screws you over, then it's like, oh,
exactly, and like it can really shift everything.
That's true. I think a lot of it also in terms of like the academic side of it.
Yeah.
Part of some of the worst stuff for me has been taking classes I didn't want to take. You know, on sort of that theme, and just ending up hating my life. Spending your time doing something you don't like to do. So that's a big thing. You gotta like what you do, because you only have so much time outside of high school that you gotta be spending it doing stuff that you like.
My lips are so chapped. I'm so sorry.
And honestly, the best part
for me right now.
The best parts of high school for me were things that didn't have to do with high school.
So, yeah, definitely.
Do what you like. You know, spend your extra time doing what you like.
Do what you love and love what you do.
It's a good line.
Oh my gosh. We can't.
All right, guys. So that's the podcast for today.
I really hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. You know.
Hopefully some of you aren't here.
We have some...
Yeah, honestly, like if some of you are... I'm sorry.
So you have...
Kate, I hope you edited a lot out.
You have some 3...
Let's get this down to like 15 minutes.
Yeah, between tequila, rum, and... what was yours?
It's okay.
Margarita.
Between the 3 of them, hopefully that provided you some due entertainment. Yeah. And we'll see you, not next week. We're taking a gap week next week because we're going to be in Europe. Okay. All right. Well, take care and...
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Bye.
Bye. All right.